Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. My name's Phil. This is a bit of a lunchtime special live from the Leicester Fan TV office. We've made a signing, so we thought, what better thing to do than have a chat with you and let you know that, yes, Leicester have signed Patson Daka, I believe, for about £23 million. So we want to know, what are your views and what are your comments on him? Get your views in, as ever. Let us know what you think. Are you pleased we've finally made a signing? Is it the first? We thought there was going to be 2 or 3 come out tomorrow. This one's come a little bit early, but it's great news, and that is to confirm that Patson Daka has signed for £23 million. Hopefully, Jack will be joining us very, very shortly. Kane says, what a good player. So he certainly looks decent. I think he scored over 30 goals last season for RB Salzburg, so he's doing well. Nick Moore says, great signing for the money. Mick, what do you reckon? 23 million, first signing, striker, looks good. TJ says, nice bit of business done, he reckons. Stuart says, looks class, knows where the goal is. Keep getting your views in, keep getting your comments in. Let's hear from Jack, who's doing a planned live stream tonight, Jack, where you'll be talking through all this. What do you reckon then, Jack?
Good signing. 27 goals in 28 games last season for RB Salzburg. I know it's not the Premier League. People are going to compare him to Ahmed Musa, but you can't compare him and judge him until he's put a Leicester shirt on. People seem to judge players before they wear the club shirt and have even started at Leicester City. Hopefully it pays off for him. He's 22 as well, so he's got a lot of years in the Premier League to go. He's obviously got the experienced types of Schmeichel, Jamie Vardy at Leicester City. So I guess that'll help him bed in quite quickly. Obviously, Wilf and Kelechi African as well. So I guess he'll mix in with them quite well because they're like the African Cup of Nations and stuff like that, aren't they? So is Zambia. So I think they'll become quite buddy with him.
Indeed, Jack, I've just put in the link. If anybody wants to come on live, come on the video chat, just like Jack has done. Just click on that link. You can do. Here's a few comments for you, Jack. Jason says, massive statement of intent from Leicester City, seeing as Liverpool were after him too as well. Nick Moore says, great signing at a great price. Let's get Sumar signed now, which we believe is going to happen tomorrow. Here's a comment I want you to react on. Somebody's put in there, I need to find it. First striker we've signed in quite a few years, Jack. Obviously, the last striker we signed was Kelechi Iheanacho. I think that was about 3 or 4 years ago. We've been desperate for a striker, I think, the last 12 or 18 months. Do you agree?
Yeah, definitely. Kel, it's took him 5 years to score these goals. Obviously, last season, Kel had quite a good scoring ratio. Obviously, Vardy helped him out quite a bit. But without Vardy, would he have scored all them goals? That's the question. But I'm glad Kel's coming on as a striker. I think he can help Daka as well, bedding at Leicester up front. And I guess they can become that partnership what Brendan Rodgers wants, because he believed that he wanted another striker or 2. So it's where Brendan Rodgers is going to look next. Will he go for another striker in Edouard? Because that Edouard deal's looking on coming back again. So will it happen? We'll just have to wait and see.
Are you hearing that would seem strange to sign 1 striker and then go and sign 2, Jack, though, surely?
Yeah, it seems like an overturn. Apparently there's an overturn at Celtic. Apparently they're looking to talk to Leicester again regarding Edouard. That's what I've heard, because something to do with a new manager. Edouard obviously wants to leave Celtic. He looks his destination's Leicester City. Whether it happens, whether Leicester can sort a deal out with Celtic, it remains to be seen before the end of the summer window.
I mean, Daka, Jack, £23 million for a striker. And he did score, I'm just reading here, 34 goals in 42 appearances, albeit in the Austrian Bundesliga last season. He obviously knows where the goal is. £23 million, today's market, seems like decent amount to pay.
Yeah, it's very decent. If you look at it, the likes of Arsenal, Liverpool, these sort of teams are after these sort of players, and it just shows how far Leicester City have come as a football club. Many years ago, they wouldn't be looking at a team like Leicester. They'd rather go to a team like Liverpool. But now Leicester have put themselves on the map, made a statement of intent in the Premier League and become a top 6 club. So why don't players want to come and play here? They'll get game time for sure. because these so-called bigger clubs, they have so many players who are not getting game time. If Oxlade-Chamberlain went to Liverpool, obviously, he didn't get much game time. But I guess with Leicester, it's a statement of intent. I think Brendan Rodgers knew this summer that he had to strengthen his squad, and that's what he's looking to do. And I believe that Samir, the deal for him is not far behind. Whether it gets confirmed today or tomorrow, I'm not sure. And I believe Bertrand is going to be signing for Leicester as well. So it's going to be interesting.
Sounds good, Jack. Don't forget, we want your views, we want your comments. So if you're watching this live, get them in there as fast as you can, and we'll get as many on screen as possible. Kevin is saying maybe it's a change in formation long term. We're playing 2 up top. Obviously, we did that, Kevin, last season with Nacho and Vardy performing quite well. So maybe that is the way we are going to play going forward. Amahed asks what number is he getting on his shirt. I don't know on that yet. Depends on where it has to be. Sean is saying he has to be number 7. Obviously, Demari Gray went last season, so maybe he will get the number 7. Sean is saying maybe give him the number 8. Keep getting your views in. Sean says, what's the story with wingers and a centre-back in there? Michael says we needed a new striker for a few seasons. I do agree with you. I think we have in there. And Nick says, for me, Daka is a hybrid of Vardy and Nacho. Jack, I wonder what your views are on this comment. A hybrid of Vardy and Nacho. Really excited to see him in a City shirt. What number do you think he'll have? Go on then, Jack, react to all that.
It's pace and goal scoring. Vardy's pace here, Nacho's goal scoring boots. Hopefully they can combine quite well next season in the Premier League. He seems to know where the goal is. Brendan Rodgers has now brought a plan B to the table, so it's about time he done that. It's about time Leicester City done that as well. We only have plan A, and when plan A's run out, we don't know how to change the game. But now we've brought the likes of Daka in, obviously Samir as well, with strength and depth. I think we'll have that squad what we needed, and we'll push on for the Champions League this season. Will he have the number 19 shirt? Will it be? I'm not sure. I don't really care what number shirt he is, to be honest. As long as he plays wearing a Leicester shirt and scores all these goals, I'm happy.
Yeah, indeed, Jack, indeed. Now, just talk us through. You've got your regular show tonight. What time is it, Jack, and what are you going to be talking about?
So tonight's show is at 7:30, so join me then. I'll be talking about the Euros roundup with obviously Belgium with Tillemans, and talk about England's triumphant win yesterday against Germany. Revenge is bittersweet, shall we say. We'll be talking about that and going forward in the Euros, talking about Daka, talk about Sommer. So just do a Q&A. If you've got any questions in the Q&A, feel free to ask me, and I'll answer them quite well with the lads. So looking forward to it.
Brilliant, Jack. So everybody tune in, see Jack live tonight at 7:30. He'll talk. We think there's going to be maybe 2 more signings tomorrow, Jack. Is that what you're hearing as well?
Yeah, I believe that Sommer deal's not far behind, and Bertrand's contract's now expired at Southampton, and he wants to join Leicester rather than Arsenal. So it's going to be an interesting one. I believe the deal's close for Bertrand. How close it is, I'm not sure, but I'm sure we'll have a new experienced centre-back in at some point. Maybe Tarkowski will come as well from Burnley, considering they've signed Nathan Collins. So does that open the door for Leicester to sign Tarkowski? I think it'd be a great addition to the squad. And does that leave that number 5 shirt open for him?
I agree. I think he would be a great signing because he is proven Premier League standard. A couple of final questions before we let you go, Jack. Kevin, and they're both on Vardy, which I think this does relate to, obviously, with Daka coming in. Kevin says, if we buy another striker with Vardy looking at the USA, obviously he's part owner of Rochester Rhinos, isn't he now? So he says, and his contract running out, will this be Vardy's last? I think he could be onto something there. And Jason goes on to add to that, Jack. He says, I think it's now going to be Vardy who will be plan B. I think this could be a transition year. Do you agree with what Jason and Kevin were both saying there?
Yes. Vardy, is not getting any younger, is he? He said he's here till the day he retires. So when he retires, he'll obviously go to Rochester United and go and sort that club out over there in the MLS. Nacho is still young as well. Daka, young, perfect. We need a perfect duo who can score goals, not just one striker. I think with Leicester, it's always relied on Jamie Vardy. It's never relied on other players chipping in with the goals. We've always relied on one striker. I think Daka can add to that. Nacho as well. I think his confidence will be boosted after this signing as well. And I think we'll be a force to be reckoned with next season, whether Vardy's plan B or Kel's plan B, whoever. As long as we're banging in the goals and putting them in the right net, I don't mind.
Brilliant, Jack. Thanks again for joining us. Don't forget, join Jack tonight live at 7:30, where we'll be going through all the latest transfer news, talking about Daka some more in a bit more detail. Looking forward to maybe 2 more signings tomorrow, and as well as a bit of Euro chit-chat. Jack, did you enjoy the England game?
I did, especially after Lampard's goal. What didn't count, the VAR and goal line technology would have gave that, wouldn't they, many years ago? But in them sort of football tents, them times, they wouldn't have goal line technology in that. But, you know, I was cheering Harry Kane's goal. I'm not going to lie. It's because he played for England. You've got to back your country, haven't you? It's country over club when it comes to the Euros and the World Cup. It's like if Belgium and England met the Euro 20 final, it's going to be country over club. I'm sorry.
Without a shadow of doubt.
we did predict on Leicester Fan TV though that Belgium and England would make the final and England would win it. So keep in mind that, and hopefully we'll get it right.
Listen, Jack. Leicester and England carry a lot of similarities. Normally, they get you right close to the edge of winning and then let you down. So don't rule out a semi-final defeat for England. We'll see. Anyway, listen, join Jack live later tonight. We'll see you later, Jack.
So later, Phil.
We'll let Jack go. Final few comments. Let's see if anybody's put any more comments in here. Nick, talking about the England game, says, hate to say it, but Grealish changed the game when he came on. He did. I'm not sure I'd start him. Basir says, Vardy have 3 more years to play at Leicester. I think maybe he's got 1 or 2 there. Imran says, we just need a big man up front for plan B. Edouard could be that player. Jack was saying that he could still join us. That one might be back on indeed. Fee is saying Denmark in the final. If Denmark get to the final, Fee, that means England don't, because obviously if we get there, we would meet them in the semi-finals. It could be a tough one. Anyway, listen, don't forget, join Jack live tonight, where he will be talking through all the latest Leicester City news. Join us. We'll be going live whenever there's any breaking news. Follow us at Leicester Fan TV on whatever channels you are watching. Join the debate, get your comments in, get your videos in as ever. And thanks for joining us live. We'll see you very shortly.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. With special thanks to our pal bank. ADT Taxis, Feed Me, Piglet's Pantry, Tiger, Leicester Garage Conversions, Pink Vehicle Leasing, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Moyer Wade Interiors, and our chosen charity, Mentis UK. We bring you the fans' views on the match each week, and your views matter to us. Join the fans' debate each match with us. Follow us at Leicester Fan TV.